What they are missing is why there is a conflict, why there is a confusion, misunderstanding or each religion wants to establish their superiority just because the spiritual content has not been given importance at all. All other things regarding physical existence and relationship, God, this, that, the commandments of God, how to live, what should you do, all these things have been given importance. But spiritual essence, spiritual truth that is the peak and the ultimate goal of all religions. That we have there. Only in India, the Hinduism, which is not a religion in the strict sense of the religion that is being used in the world, because it is living. It is living. You have to live your life only to realize God. You have no other purpose in this world. Realize God, be free. Make others free. Help others free. So live that life. Live spirituality. This is the one main thing in. So when life and religion has become one, then we can't call it a religion or a life. That is why they use the term dharma. It is your dharma. Each has its own nature and purpose for which the thing has been brought into the creation. There is a dog, it has its dharma to follow. A tree is there, it has dharma to follow. It is laws of nature. They are following everything. Human alone, when he lives as per the wishes of nature, what nature wants you to live, then it is dharma. There the spirituality comes into picture only when you start living according to laws of nature. That's why the term dharma was formed by our ancient people. A wonderful word, dharma. Dharma, when it's applied to society, is social law. When dharma it is standing, it is law that makes the whole universe go in a particular order. Behind everything there is a plan. A chair is there, a table is there, trees are there, houses are there. We have created certain purposes for which we have done. Like the whole universe has a purpose behind. Every object in the universe has a purpose behind. Purposeless, nothing is there in this universe. If there is suffering also, yesterday we saw Buddha is going to eradicate suffering in the world. I'll find out a way how the suffering can be transcended. Sufferings cannot be eradicated from this world, because suffering is the only thing that makes man go in the line of dharma. Whenever he deviates from dharma, laws of nature, then alone suffering comes. Suffering is necessary condition of evolution. If a man has to evolve, there must be constant suffering. Otherwise, he has to live according to plan of nature. Nature has planned in such a way that human life will go in this style. He has to live like this. If he lives according to the nature, what nature expects us to live, then he is constantly evolving on the path of evolution. So he is going smoothly, his life is going, realizing God and transcending and going. New jivas are entering into the universe. The cycle is going on. From one side it is entering, one side it is going away, finished product. There is no problem. When it deviates from dharma, This dharma is most important part of our existence, human existence. This term has been connected in English to religion, means something that is be brought into practice independent of our life to support our life. Our living is one, and spiritual religion is entirely different. I am trying to bring religion into my life to support my life and make my path smooth. Here it is not like that. It is realization of God alone. You have to dedicate your life. You live like all others. Everything is normal living, eating, drinking, agriculture, metallurgy, whatever is there, carpentry, wood, work, house, building, everything will be there. Cows and other things, cattle, horses, utilization of nature without exploitation. All resources are meant for us. Use all that and keep moving towards the divine. So, this plan to move towards the divine, utilizing all things nature has given, is dharma. The direction must not be changed. It has to go on evolving. In the evolutionary process, if it is given, if you divert, it goes somewhere. It will not reach the goal. Then the suffering comes. Again, the sufferings make him come to the. So, the path by which he has to go, and that must be the life itself. My life must be my dharma. That's why we differentiate with when it comes regarding God, theology, philosophy and all regarding God, these are called matas. Mata parivartane. Mata is opinion regarding God and things, spiritual things. Now, when I use the term religion, when I make the translation of dharma to mean religion, then it becomes entirely different picture. It gives a different picture at all. Because Westerners are accustomed to understand religion in a particular, the term is used only for that. And in that, most of the things are deprived of spirituality. They use the term spirit, and spirit meaning is given something like a soul, not the Atmic concept or the Brahman concept, the ultimate reality where all things dissolve and from where everything comes into existence. It is not a scientific this one. So God concept is, they all belong to theology. So spiritual spirit, the term spirit, I try to use that term spirit, identifying it as Atman or Brahman or the transcendental reality. I make it, the term used consciousness. In the first classes I took the same thing. Why we have to bring the term consciousness to mean Chaitanya? And what is the difference between the consciousness and Chaitanya? How we are going to adjust the meaning to bring the Chaitanya? Similarly, everything, religion, dharma. Dharma doesn't mean a religion at all in the real sense of the word. Dharma is entirely different. And religion, but we have to use the term religion because that is the nearest thing. It's something speaks of God. God is, what is this concept of God? Understanding of God. So God in every aspect that in human existence as a body-mind complex, living in human existence, what all ways you can realize God. that has been only in Hinduism. In nothing, you see, as a transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, as the Ishvara, as the Antaryamini, as the Avatara, all these aspects of God, if you touch God in any form, you have reached the goal. If you realize personal God, Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, yes, Antaryamini, your own indweller, yes, any way, reach God in any aspect of His, you are beyond the nature. You are free from the law of karma. So this aspect, the religion as the origin, the spirituality as the origin of religion, and spirituality is the culmination of religion, is missing. I analyzed almost all religious things and found, only thing is missing is spirituality. They use the term spirituality, they use the term, but not in the sense we are using it. So, spirituality, as we use the term in Indian concept, a Hindu background, the same spirituality is the end point, the culmination of all religions. The religions are ladders, different ladders from different sides to reach the same goal of spirituality, where all differences dissolve in one reality. It is from there everything has descended. All things have emerged from that, and into that all culminate. So our path is to reach that. These concepts of Atman, Brahman, eternal existence, transcendental reality, absolute, and all these are there in hidden way in their scriptures. Nobody opened that. It's like a casket. Nobody who has opened it and shown, see, here is your reality. Nobody has been able to show. Because of this, not able been brought into picture, the conflicts carry on, contradictions come up. Otherwise, if you can just show, if anybody in their own religion come and show, see, eternity is here, immortality is here, infinite existence is there, ocean of bliss is here. If anybody shows, that is the end of religion. The purpose of religion is achieved. Otherwise, religion really remains a conflicting matter in humanity, with constant struggle against fighting. Swamiji says, the earth, the blood on the earth, how much of blood has fallen on this earth because of religion. No war has been able to reach that limit. So much of bloodshed has happened in the name of God and religion. And for land and fighting, so much of blood has not gone. So this is happening, but just because the essence is forgotten and the only shells, external scaffoldings, the covers, we are fighting about. The non-essentials, all religions differ only in non-essentials. Essential is given up. In Hinduism or in Indian philosophies and whatever it is there, this aspect is given most importance. And offshoots, of course, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, all these are offshoots of Hinduism. So they are carrying that forward. That is the most important part. But you cannot give it, it is there. It is like Swamiji says, the perfection, education is manifestation of the perfection already there in you. Nothing can be put from outside. It has to be awakened, it has to be brought out. Like that, spirituality is there in that religion, in every religion, but it is kept covered. Because why kept covered? Because the growth has not taken place. Because climatic conditions, the condition in which they lived, everything constantly is making them body, making them body, making them body. Never the occasion came in their lives to say, I am spirit. The climatic conditions are there, where they reach -30, -40. How to survive is the most important than whether God exists or I am Atman or Brahman. Bodily existence must be there first. Like Corona, all temples are closed, all masjids are closed, all churches are closed, all places of worship are closed. Only liquor shops are open. So this trend, all things are closed. That closed because of conditioning, external condition has made them to remain. They could not open themselves and see at that because their life and their awarenesses were closed. Now they have got more freedom from nature, more time to concentrate on higher things. In India, everything was favorable. So it could flourish, it could recognize. God coming also, we will not recognize if Corona comes. That is the problem. God, it is not that Gautara has come only in the land of India. He might have come many times in other places. Everybody missed him. Like that. Here it was recognized. He could make use of it. Because the growth, they could grow beyond the nature. How to go beyond the nature? There, how to utilize the nature and survive. Here, their survival was not a problem. So, transcending and at the same time, whatever you need, nature has provided in India. You want river, you want ocean, you want hills and this one, you want the coldest place, you want the hottest place, whatever desert you want, everything is there in India. Anytime, anything. In the hottest day, if you want coldest place is there. In coldest day, you want the hottest place is there. Whatever. In ice-bound area, there is a hot spring. Whatever you want is there in India. So select and spend your time. Food, plenty of food was there. Every house, every group carried number of cattle. They need not even go for cooking. Or agriculture, if it is not there also, cows graze the grass and come and give milk. Just to take and boil and eat. Daily rasgulla and sandesh. So with minimum efforts you can get all that is necessary for life. So they could spend more time in how to transcend the nature and go. That's what in the cultural, this one, what I am taking. The urgent emergency, the social emergency is there throughout the world now. Man is panting. At the same time, he is not able to come out of the habits and things. Karuna is standing by the side, but he doesn't want to give up his liquor. See the tragedy. We don't understand. So this, I don't want to change, I don't want to give up. That tendency, it's called inertia. The inertia is holding them. But because of this fear of death, means nothing can help man. What all he has searched, what all he has advanced, he thought he can do anything he wants. But the nature has proved him, you can't do anything. This one point has opened a small window in the heart of every person on the earth. From that there is a way for the spirituality to enter. And that spirituality and the light has to come from India. It is there only in India now. It has to reach every heart and it has to be done. It is not a social emergency only, it is like pandemic, it is a global necessity, it is global emergency. Something will, nice thing will happen, hopes are there, that some great transformation, but it was something was expected. At a global level, something is going to happen, something is going to happen. When in India, these places, when the heat increases, oh, it's going to rain, it's going to rain. We say, we predict, like that the whole trend, every person running after the enjoyments and earnings, one day there will be no earning, everything will be closed, nobody thought. Throughout the world, everything will be banned, nobody thought. Nature has its own, just like we have intelligence, there is cosmic intelligence behind the universe. She manages with her cosmic intelligence. One brain instigated to create one COVID is sufficient. She can do anything. So, a man has been given sufficient warnings and given this one also. If now also if he doesn't wake up, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Now, such powers are then in the man's hand that he can completely wipe off. I can mutate any virus into such a virus that whatever man does now, research, it cannot be killed. That way of thinking never comes to his mind. Such things I can create, just to mutation of the virus. And if I can make millions in a day and spread it. Just like we take lactobacillus, in one capsule there will be 60 million lactobacillus when you take one small tablet after the antibiotic. Like that, small capsules can carry virus in millions. Small vials are sufficient. Destroy the whole human existence. Such powers are there. Unless that spiritual wealth comes, man is able to value the man's life, human life. Till then, nothing can be. Now it's a global warning by nature. She has shown the rods. Yes, pick up my children. Go in the right path. Otherwise, you have to reap the fruit of your actions. Now it's time that we wake up and walk on the righteous path, leading to the manifestation of inner divinity. The whole thing is become divine, become divine. Destroy your animalhood, transcend the humanhood, become divine. So, that message of the Upanishads that has to reach the human goal. Om Shanti
Shanti Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpana